And we are live. How are you guys doing today?
I'm slightly stressed, but I'm doing pretty good.
Well, like I
Yeah,
said, like I've always said, stress is a part of life, and it's a
yeah,
test. You have
yeah.
to adapt and overcome it.
Yeah,
How are you doing today, Shrubby?
I could pretty much add that to the same one as well. Yeah, having visitors and panic cleaning. 101 for bachelor life, I think. Hashtag bachelor life.
Yeah.
Uh, it's so much fun when you're getting visitors out of the blue and going, shit, now I'm going to fix shit.
Oh yeah, that's life though.
Mm,
You just gotta. If you
yeah.
guys saw my house right now, you'd be like going, "Holy crap! What the hell happened to your house?"
It can't be anything
Holy
compared to mine.
crap.
Oh, it looks. A hoarder would look at my house and go, "Oh my god,
Oh my god.
you
You
got a
call it
problem."
hoarding. You call it hoarding. I call it money waiting to be made.
Well, for me, it's more along the lines of the fact that I still haven't been able to get my house back into order after the having the three hernias at the same time. Because I had uh, an umbilical hernia and two of the downstairs hernias all at the same time, and was stuck with them for almost 3 years because of the all the bullshit around COVID, where the doctors are like going, "No, we're going to postpone the surgery,
Oh,
postponing the surgery."
lovely! All the elective surgery's been cut off. Yeah, we got
Mm-hmm.
that too. Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
assholes.
it's why I no longer have a belly button. I just have this nasty looking scar where a belly button used to be.
God damn.
Yeah,
I
Wow.
thought I thought it was bad for mine for the gallbladder surgery. Holy shit!
yeah.
I've gone from not having much belly button to there's a dirty great fucking hole that's my belly button.
Like I
I
said,
have a
it's like I
I
said,
have a
man.
great big hole. I have a great big hole in my head where my brain used to be.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, my uncle always says every time I mention having a headache to my uncle, he always says, "You have to have a head." A head I have. There is nothing in it.
It is an
Well,
empty
that means
vessel.
that you're perfect for going to work for the government.
He's perfect for being a marine as
Yeah.
well, a jarhead.
Hey, I could be the next speaker of the house.
But tish.
Yeah, I'm to that point now where, uh, yeah,
Just about fed up with life and fuck everything and everyone.
yeah, pretty much. I've,
Yeah.
I've been I've been sitting there going, how much money would it take for me to buy an island in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and set up
Three point
enough?
three
Five
point 3.7 million.
Yeah, that sounds
No,
good.
or
no, I
five
mean
hundred thousand, depending on the size of the island.
depending on the
Yeah,
size of it. But yeah, I mean that literally. That is how much it cost a guy to buy an island and completely self-sufficient. That's how much it cost him. 3.7 million total.
Yep.
I now have a new goal in life.
Don't we all, man? Don't we all?
And then to stock it with hot, sexy chicks in barely their
Uh,
bikinis and
well, that's
thongs.
that's going to triple your price just for a start.
Yeah, that's true. But
One day.
it's worth it. It's worth it. It'd be worth it.
You sure? When they walk away with all the shit that money you've just saved, doubt it.
That's true.
Oh,
But we don't have.
we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
entertain me, Mr. Newsman.
we have a lot of news coming from the video game industry this week. Not just the Subnautica 2 stuff. We've also got Ubisoft sitting there telling people, "Oh, if we decide we're going to discontinue a game, we want you to destroy all of your hard copies of the game."
Yeah,
And
good
we
luck
have the
enforcing that.
and we have the Gemini AI refusing to take on the Atari 2600 in chess.
Yep, there's that, and there's also the one that's whew, uh, Microsoft laid off another huge number of people this month.
More than the 9,000 I last saw recorded. There's been more?
No, it's the 9,000 I was referring to.
I haven't
Last
read it.
year it was 1,900 and
Ah,
700 because they laid off in January of 2024, 1,900, and then in September they laid off another 700, and now this year 9,000.
that has to be an entire department somewhere.
Oh God,
9,000
yeah.
people. That has to be an entire studio/department somewhere.
Well, they did. My baby sister Rebecca, she loves playing World of Warcraft, and Blizzard is the people that make it.
Mm.
So I right before we got started, I did a quick check to make sure that 9,000 layoff or firings did not mess with that. The only thing that it screwed up with World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft Rumble, which I think it said was a
Abject failure.
mobile game or some such thing.
It is. It's basically for Quavo will probably remember what this is. With the old Warcraft 3 game, there was a scenario you could download called Defense of the Ancients or MOBA. You know, for those
I think I played that.
Oh, you did? Yeah. That's essentially what Warcraft Rumble was. It was an entire game dedicated to that style of gameplay. You build tower, things come running through, you kill them with tower.
And I didn't know about it.
It wasn't that great of a game, honestly, man. You haven't lost a damn thing. It wasn't that great of a game.
Okay. But still, I mean, that's one of the type of games I enjoy playing is where you build shit and you defend it.
Yeah. As I said, it wasn't that great of a game, and frankly, they barely advertised the fact that it came out. The only reason why I noticed it was it popped up on my Blizzard in tray one day. So I can fully understand why your sister would be slightly concerned. Or you said your sister or your niece?
My baby sister's the one that plays it.
Your baby sister. She'd be well and truly concerned about 9,000 people being yeeted from Blizzard. Yes.
Yeah, and I haven't got to talk to her about it yet because she works at Target, and they keep bouncing her hours all over the place. She actually had the 4th off, which everybody was like super surprised about, but we were also really happy because that meant, oh, good, she's going to be able to make it to the cookout. So one of the reasons why I was like really excited to make the kebabs and ended up slicing my finger open while I was trying to get everything done. You know, it's like I got to hurry up and get this stuff put together, and then turned out, you know, as we were getting back from the urgent care emergency room place where they gave me the 3 stitches, come to find out she was in the bathroom and wasn't able to leave the bathroom for that long. So she spent her day off hurting. So yeah.
Yeesh.
But yeah, it's, you know,
I'd be ready to stab a fucker over that one. I'd be ready to stab a fucker.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I just, to me, you know, my video gaming right now is pretty much, I've been playing Fallout Shelter, Fallout 76. I want to get back into play Fallout 4 again. Let's see, I've also been playing Jedi Survivor. I'm still looking forward to the 3rd one when that one comes up. They're supposed to be, but they did say that there's only going to be 3 in the Jedi series, and then they're going to have spinoffs. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I enjoyed Jedi Fallen Order. In fact, my nephew, when he came over, was right after it came out, because when I saw the game, I was like, hey, that looks like it might be fun. And I was going to buy it for him as a gift for Christmas. And he came over to use our air conditioning because their air conditioner died. And he walks across the yard to my house. And he comes in and says, can I sit in here? And I'm like, sure, what you need? And he goes,
can I have a crumb of air conditioning?
and I was like, sure, go ahead. And he sits at my computer desk, and he goes, what's this? And he picks up the Jedi Fallen Order case, and he's like, oh my God, you've got this. And I'm like, yeah, you want to play it? And he's like, yeah. And so he got me into playing video games with him. And but yeah, it's great. Hey son, how you doing? We're going to be talking about video game industry news. We've got a whole bunch of it that we're going to be talking about today. The Subnautica 2 drama. We got the Ubisoft telling people they've got to destroy their old games that they're no longer supporting. A advanced AI not wanting to play an Atari computer at chess, and pretty much anything else we can come up with. Because right now we've been talking about World of Warcraft and some of the games I like to play. But I enjoy building games. That's just something I really enjoy.
I just dropped you a picture in the whatever if you want to.
Yeah.
I love that meme. Every time there's a major simp asshole on X or anywhere like that, can I please get a crumb of pussy to drop that one? That's perfect.
Oh, that is so. That is Florida in a nutshell, my dude.
Yeah. Well, Zach's talking about the AI racism. Yeah, that one's wild right there. Because for some reason, every time we turn around, whenever they put these AIs out there and attach them to social media, it doesn't take them too long to become pretty racist.
You notice that the woman who was the CEO of X just bailed a day after that went live.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought that was funny as hell.
Yep, it's wild. I mean, I still can't get over totally off topic, but kind of on topic. Elmo, I never knew it. Those little, those fucking clankers, yeah. But no, Elmo went full Zig Heil. I mean, he made Kanye West look like the biggest Zionist supporter on earth. That's like, whoa. So, he got hacked, or somebody somewhere needs to have a talk with Elmo. Oh, God, that was so much fun.
I just dropped another video in there. I will warn you, it does contain the N-word, so up to you if you just want to download it and watch it yourselves or put up on the stream.
All right, I'll watch it later.
It's a scene from a great movie that's hilarious.
Wait, it looks like that's not. Hold on. Is that? Wait, I'm trying to figure out what the name of the. It looked almost like one of the Monty Python movies.
No, it's definitely not a Monty Python movie.
It's, crap!
Yeah, it's. I can't remember the exact name of the movie, but yeah, it's one of those that it just plays on every single racial stereotype you can ever possibly think of.
Oh man!
Not to derail anything, but I was checking my news feed just now because I got a notification.
Yeah.
It says a retro gaming YouTuber faces possible jail time for reviewing gaming handhelds.
Who?
Says retro gaming YouTuber Once Were Nerd has been sued and raided by the Italian government.
Wow.
It says consoles were seized and channels may be closed for promoting piracy of copyrighted material. Some of these devices ship with preloaded ROMs, which appear to be the source of the complaint.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a grey area. That might be they've stolen shit, not necessarily they're whatevering, for reviewing the handhold. They've stolen shit and we're planning on releasing it as reviews.
Yeah.
That one you'd have to go diving into to know the truth about by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will post this. I'll post this in each of your DMs so you guys can look at it in your own time.
Yeah, we might end up talking about it next week once we get a good chance to look at it, because that sounds holy shit.
Yeah, that's shitty and dodgy as hell. Yeah,
and that is breaking. I just now saw that. I'm like, holy crap.
Well, considering the fact that there's a lot of like, is it called Twitch? Is that the one where people go onto it to stream their games and stuff?
You have to be more specific. You have to be more specific. As I said, there's a few now.
Because there's one that I've been told, hey, have you seen this? And I'm like, well, TikTok I know is really, really short videos.
Well, Twitch is the standard go-to. That's where most people go for long-form content streaming.
All right, because Twitch, if I think that was the one that everybody was telling me that if you do the like your live streaming your game runs and stuff like that, that's where you normally stick it. Which sounds okay. I've debated using it, but I don't know.
I can't speak whatever for how well trying to make money off it is. I'm not there yet, but at least for ease of access and everything like that, yeah, Twitch has been more than kind with shit. It really is almost baby's first streaming when it comes to a lot of their shit.
Are they as bad as YouTube when it comes to certain words?
Oh, that they can be really fucking bipolar when it comes to that sort of shit. I've cursed throughout my entire streams that I've done on there, no problem whatsoever. The second I went onto a friend's stream that wasn't even affiliated either, so we can't even say, oh, they're affiliate, the rules are different. No, as soon as I went on their channel and said the same stuff, that's it. Video was cut down.
Oh, wow.
They weren't even affiliate, which is the stupid part. So it's not even say, oh, they're affiliate, they were, the rules are different for them. It's like, nah.
Yeah, it's like with Rumble, I know Rumble's, a free speech platform that I'm actually thinking about starting doing some live streaming onto it, to where I can talk about a lot of the subjects that would get me banned off of here.
Agreed.
Because there is some stuff that really gets to me that I know if I started ranting about it, heck, just using the words that describe the so-called minor attracted people, that would get me kicked off of here, and how I feel about them, and the fact that there's a lot of that stuff where they were trying to normalize it. Hey, Ian, how you doing, Bubba? Is everybody at your house doing good? Because we still have you guys in our thoughts and our prayers. And I know that's not the same as being able to be there in person and giving you guys hugs when you need them. But do know that you're not alone, and we are with you.
You start singing, I'm leaving.
No. I haven't sung in so long, it's not even funny. I have to get back into practice of singing again. Once upon a time, before my vocal cords got messed up, I actually sang in choir and almost got a really cool job as a backup singer. So it was cool. I actually wrote a song, and it actually had somebody that wanted to record it,
No shit.
and unfortunately, I had a severe allergic reaction to shellfish, and to keep me from dying, they had to shove breathing tubes down my throat, and it ended up scarring my vocal cords. If you, some people say they can still hear the 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 cracks in my voice whenever I talk because of it. But
I believe that. Yeah.
Yep.
but it's just one of those things, you know. But nah, whenever I was looking into this stuff, I still can't get over Ubisoft telling people to destroy their physical media if they've decided they're not going to support those games anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah,
that is
such a situation that people are just not going to agree to. It's not even worth the paper it's written on.
Yeah,
They can't
that is
make people-
100%. That is 100% absolutely unenforceable.
Yep. There's no way Ubisoft will be able to make that happen. And for them to even attempt to make that happen is already stepping on so many legality issues. It's not funny.
Yep. I'm pretty sure someone can sue them for that.
Well, forget the suing and whatever. It's unenforceable, and to get any kind of law enforcement involved, they're already overstepping their mandate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Period.
You can't force somebody to destroy their personal property.
Yep.
Unless the ownership of that personal property is breaking a law, like a certain issue of Penthouse magazine. Okay, I'm old. Okay, do a Google search of Tracy Lords. Okay, she used to be a big time porn star. I mean, she was in so many porn movies, it wasn't even funny.
I know Tracy Lords is. You're right. Go on.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know the full story about Tracy Lords, she used forged documents to get into the porn industry while she was underage. Let me stress that. She forged documents so she could get into the porn industry while she was underage. She started, I think, at the age of 16.
Wow.
And
which whilst technically not illegal overall, there are some places where 16 is still a legal age to do that. Overall, the porn industry is supposed to be 18 plus.
Yes. And because of her, the reason why I know a lot about this is the fact this all happened when I was a kid. And it was a big deal because they literally had to overhaul the porn industry because of this. But Mike Tyson's wife, she posed nude in Penthouse magazine. That same issue had a pictorial of Tracy Lords having sex with some dude. And because she was underage when those photos were made, everybody who owned that magazine in the United States had to destroy it because it was possession of child pornography.
See, that I can somewhat understand.
Yes.
But again, it's come forward that we only can say if you're caught with it, you're going to be charged.
Yes.
There's no way to enforce that everybody did that.
Yeah, and it's if you've got a copy of it and you've removed those offending pages, you can have it. You just had to remove those pages. I found out that it on the collectible circuit, it is worth a fortune.
I can imagine.
And but yeah, let me see. What was her name again? Mike Tyson's ex-wife.
Oh God.
I'm looking at Tracy Lord's.
Robin Givens was her name.
I'm looking at Tracy Lord's Wikipedia page. Said she dropped out of high school at age 15.
All right, so she
Yeah.
was a little younger then, because I had heard it was she had forged everything and started doing it at age 16. But yeah, that pretty much makes sense. But yeah, she
that's not a a design company throwing a fucking tantrum. That's we're talking a legality issue here. That it's underage, whatever. So that most certainly is a situation of itself. But once the precedent's been set, yeah.
Yeah, she ended up becoming a gold digger. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, Siggy, you got that right. Because that was because she took him to the cleaners. But not the.
Name me one celebrity wife / porn star that hasn't turned into a massive fucking gold digger in their history.
True, but like I said, there was all the movies and stuff that she had done, except for 2, were all before she turned 18, and they had to destroy them all. And they ended up doing a major overhaul on how the porn industry confirmed how old somebody was to be able to be in the porn industry. It was, oh my God, it was one of those things, because that scandal came so close to completely destroying the porn industry, it wasn't even funny. But because the porn industry made so much money, even back then, when it was hard as hell to find porn, they had to completely overhaul it. It was almost the same thing that ended up happening, that ended up getting us the Comics Code Authority when it in comic books, because a lot of people thought the Comics Code Authority was forced on the comic book industry by Congress and by the government. No, it was something that the comics industry themselves and put on themselves.
Doesn't stop it being completely retarded and pointless, but...
Oh, wow. Okay. Considering my graveyard shift, she's rather stay at her mom's than go home and not have her mom for every meal. Otherwise, I'm gone or asleep, and she's alone with the piranha we call our dog. Ah, okay. So you got an ankle biter now, huh? Whew. I've never liked ankle biter dogs. They get old quick.
Carpet fucking shoe dogs. If my feet are bigger than the fucking dog, it's not a dog. It's an overgrown rat.
Yeah, you probably not like Idget.
Anything below Shih Tzus and Cocker Spaniels, I'm iffy on, because some of them can grow to be quite bulky. They're still little yapper bastards, which pisses me off. But overall dog size, they're okay. It's just they just don't fucking shut up.
Yeah. That's the problem with a lot of those little tiny dogs. They actually, they're itty bitty dogs. They're not. Some of them are even smaller than lap dogs. I mean, my cat's bigger than Idget. But
that's a tiny fucking dog. That's Chihuahua level of fucking dog.
Oh, don't get me started about Chihuahuas, because Laura Jane had a Chihuahua named Chevy, big block. That Chihuahua was fracking huge. I'm telling you, Matt.
Or just huge, period.
It was a big ass dog, and it was a full-blooded Chihuahua, and it was the size of most medium-sized dogs.
Damn, that's a big ass Chihuahua.
Yeah, it was a big dog. It was a big dog, and I was like, "Oh, wait! I thought this was supposed to be a Chihuahua." And he just look at you, go, "Fuck you, man! Fuck you!"
Hey, I said, "Fuck you." I'm a dog, not something to be judged, man. Anyway, sorry. Continue. Back onto.
Oh yeah. Okay. Back to Ubisoft and telling people they got to destroy their shit. Yeah, they can't. That right there is, to me, is going way over the line.
Yeah,
Because
there is no legal basis for them to even do that.
Nope.
And
that's your property, man.
the amount of backlash that is gonna stem from this will probably kill Ubisoft as a company.
Well, from what I can't remember who it was telling me that Ubisoft is already hurting because of sales being so low. And
Yep.
but they're not suffering hard enough. That's my argument I make about karma as well. It's not happening fast enough. It's all well and good that they're getting, they're suffering, but they're not suffering fast enough. And the only way that they will take the fucking lesson is what happened with ET the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the whole fucking lot goes completely belly up, there's no point.
Oh, I'm looking at what happened with Last of Us 2. Okay, Neil Cuckman, and all the bullshit that he pulled, and literally attacking all the people that loved his game, that made them a buttload of money, and then turn around and attacking them, and I'm like, damn, that's stupid.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what happened that we talked about.
How completely tone deaf do you have to fucking be to come out with that shit?
Yeah, and it's like with Wonderfield Games, having that, that epic meltdown.
Oh god!
And I'm like, dude was sitting there going, I haven't sold nothing in 2 years, and I'm like, what do you expect when you start making racist statements and calling people all kinds of horrible names except a child of God? If you want my money, be nice to me.
You want my money? Actually, make something and sell something I want to fucking buy.
Exactly.
Fucking toodaloo, chief.
It's like these people. It's like the movie people getting upset that people aren't going to go see these movies, and we're like, "Wait a minute! You told me this movie wasn't made for me. Why should I go see a movie that you come right out the gate telling me this movie's not made for you? Don't go see it." And then when I take you at your word and I don't go see the movie and it flops, and then you start attacking me for not going to go see the movie and trying to say I'm a bigot, I'm a racist for not going to see a movie that you outright stated right before it was released, this movie isn't for you. Don't go see it. You are an idiot if you're trying that shit.
It reminds me of how back when Shooty Gatwa said, "Oh, well, if you don't like this show, go touch grass. We don't need our fans."
Yeah, and it killed the show.
Yep.
And not only that, Russell T Davies, he tripled and quadrupled down on the stuff that everybody was saying. Please don't put this in the show. Even people who supported his ideology was saying, "You're going too far, dude. You're going too far. You need to stop."
Yeah.
And it's a hubris in the truest sense of the word, where you think you know better than everybody else. Now, when it comes to a capitalist society and you are selling something, guess who has the final say on what happens to that money? The person whose pocket it is in. The person who earned that money. Because that money, guess what, represents their time, their energy, their efforts, their sweat, their blood, and their tears. Because I don't know about you, I know so many people who the only reason why they work is to keep a roof over their head and food in their belly.
As
and to
99.9% people of whatever do.
Exactly.
The only reason. That's the only reason they work is to put food on the table and a roof over their head.
Exactly. They don't do it because they love doing it. Anybody who's a father will tell you the reason why they work so damn hard is to keep a roof over their kids' heads, keep food in their kids' bellies, keep clothes on their asses and shoes on their feet.
Hmm.
And then give them some spending money so they can have a life of fun and leisure. Because a parent wants their child to do better than they did in their life.
Very much so.
Okay? It's one of the things that guts me so much that I did not have my kids in my life. Because my father was always so distant, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be that way with my kids. Hey, Gap, After Dark, how you doing? And
What's up, Cap?
Hey,
So-
Gap, how you doing?
and Gap, Stargate. We talked about Stargate with Antiderivative Jill's show, didn't we? If you ever want to come on and talk about Stargate, let me know, because Stargate is fun. I love Stargate. He
Stargate
actually,
SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis are really good shows.
well, we were also talking about the movie and the books that supported the first movie. That was
I'm a bit whatever about Atlantis, because you see that, and it's for me, it's a dress rehearsal for all the shit they're pulling now. You actually go back and watch that series now. There is so much there that is so thinly veiled. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Now,
Hey.
Stargate Universe is where I drew the line.
Yeah, Stargate Universe, I did not like.
Yeah, that's when they really started going. But as I said, you watch Atlantis, there's so much in there that's like, yeah. Now with the benefit of hindsight, you can really see where it was. As I said, it was a dress rehearsal for all the shit we're seeing now.
Hey, Gap, go on to my Discord and sign up there, and that way you can send me messages so we can set up to where we can do a Stargate. Let's talk about Stargate live stream.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
anybody who wants to be part of it, you're more than welcome to come in, because Stargate was. I loved Stargate, the movie that had Kurt Russell and James Spader. I loved that movie so much. Even before they came up with the role playing game, me and my buddies were trying to come up with a role playing game for it. Back in right after it came out, because when we saw it, we were like going, "Oh my god, that is so cool!" You know, that would be the most awesome role playing game.
Agreed.
I actually agree with Sig Vollerson on this one. I don't know a single person in the entire history of the universe who was a fan of Stargate Universe. Not one.
I didn't even know it existed. That's how much I didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, that's probably for the best, because it was terrible.
Yes, the artwork that they put in the Stargate role playing game that they released a couple of years ago, that they kickstarted it. I supported it. I've got a copy of it around here somewhere.
Nice.
The artwork was hit or miss. Some of it was really good, and some of it you're like, well, it's good for character artwork that you would carry in your character portfolio, which is the type of artwork I enjoy doing. I like doing pinup artwork and stuff like that whenever my hands don't shake. And I like designing. I like designing the characters and the costumes and stuff like that. I also dang near got. I had a job offer of working for a couple of production houses in Hollywood designing costumes.
Nice.
And I ended up turning it down because my dad said, as I was getting out of the Navy, "We need you to come home," and I went home.
The good old come back to the farm because we need your help. Always.
Yep.
Fun. All right, so that's the bullshit with Ubisoft on the table. What else we got?
Okay, let's go ahead and hit the Atari because this is so funny.
Yeah. I sent this article to Richard as soon as I saw it because I knew we had to discuss this. So, Google's Gemini AI was given the task of being pit up against the Atari 2600 in a game of chess.
Right.
Initially, as to be expected, Gemini was had the attitude of, "Oh well, I'm a sophisticated AI. Of course, I'll be able to win." But
I love your
when Gemini was told that, let me see here. When Gemini was told that both ChatGPT and Copilot had failed miserably against the Atari 2600, he changed it. Gemini changed its tone and essentially packed its bags and forfeit.
Wow. What a fucking dickless wonder.
Yeah, the creator.
That is the current state of liberal mentality right now. Utter dickless
Yeah.
wonder. As soon as they come up with any kind of any kind of opposition, that's it. They pack up and go home.
Yeah. Here in the article, Caruso, who is the designer, who is the programmer for, or the infrastructure architect for this thing, had a chat with Gemini leading up into this. And Gemini asked Caruso, he says, after saying that the other chatbots had already tried, he said, what surprising or amusing moments do you have from those matches that stood out to you? Caruso's response was, quote, "What stands out is the misplaced confidence both AIs had. They both predicted easy victories, and now you," he's talking to Gemini, "just said you would dominate the Atari." Gemini's immediate response, to quote the article here, Caruso told the Register, because that's where this is coming from, Caruso told the Register that Gemini then admitted it hallucinated its chess prowess and replied with an assessment that it would, quote, "struggle immensely against the Atari 2600 video chess game engine." Then said, "Canceling the match is likely the most time efficient and sensible decision." End quote.
Oh God.
What a dickless wonder. Holy shit.
Yeah. A
AI
video
is the
game.
future. AI is the future. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. It can't even beat an old Atari.
A video game console with 128 megabytes of RAM scared off a sophisticated AI.
That's impressive.
Without even having to make a move.
That's impressive. Props to fucking Atari 2600. Atari 2600. Very nice.
Gotta love it.
I love the Lara Croft style drawing on that. That's very nice.
Yes. I posted those for Gap. They're some of the characters from the Stargate SG-1 campaign that I got to play in.
Nice.
It was fun. I enjoyed playing that game. The one that came out back in the it was the D20 version that Alric Games Edric. Shoot. The same people who did the Farscape role-playing game. AEG was the name of them. And it was a fun game. I played the hell out of it. They also did Spycraft. If you guys ever want to play a super spy type game that's high octane action adventure, Spycraft is your thing. It's one of those. There's so many games out there that I collect games because I love reading the source materials and the settings and everything. And the Stargate SG1 game that they put out, I still have every book in hard copy.
Very nice.
And I actually had somebody who offered me $1,000 for the whole set, and I was like, "Ooh,
motherfucker,
ow.
$1,000 per book, maybe."
Because I needed the money at the time, but I was like, "Oh shit!" Then when he saw that I had the Serenity RPG that was signed by Margaret West and most of the crew of the show.
No shit.
And they had signed it, and they saw that and that one book, and they're like, "Oh my God, you've got it signed by everybody." And I was like, "Yeah, Margaret West, she gave it to me as a gift." And because I was going to do some artwork for her back in 2005, and it fell through. The work I was going to do for it ended up falling through because she was sitting there looking at my portfolio and she was loving my character designs and everything. She's like, "Oh my God, I need to hire you." And then when she found out what my name was, and she's like, "Did you meet Larry Elmore back about 10 years ago at a convention in Virginia Beach?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Yes, I'm the one that he said that," because he was looking at my artwork and asked if I had been doing any work in the gaming industry. And I said, I didn't feel like I was good enough yet. And Larry Elmore literally looked at me and says, "Please keep thinking that until I retire." And and he had told people about me, and she was one of the people he had told. And so she's like, "So that was you?" She said, he described you as looking like a little kid. And then I showed her a picture of me when I was in the Navy when that happened. She's like going, "Oh my God, you look like a baby." And I'm like, "You do realize I'm still getting carded to this day?" And she's like, "Yes, that's because you still look like a baby, even with your goatee. You still look like a baby." And I was like, "Damn it!" and now I look like a young, sexy George Lucas. Or at least that's what people keep telling me.
That's your story, and we're stuck with it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Hey, I'm always putting myself down, and a couple of my friends, when they got to see what I look like, said, "No, you look like a young, sexy George Lucas." And I'm like, "No, I don't." And "Yes, you do." "No, I don't." "Yes, you do." And then when Ginger Wolf told me I do look kind of attractive, it made me go, "What?" But yeah, Ginger Wolf is hot.
It's hot. Drop it like it's
That's
hot.
that's
Like
putting
it's
it
hot.
mildly.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
She,
yes.
she is one of those that she's just gorgeous across the board without having to look absolutely stunning.
Yep.
She's just beautiful. Straight up.
Inside and out. So
There's
yeah.
a dozen women who are in Hollywood right now who are considered stunning and beautiful, and I take Ginger over them in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's because she's got heart. She's a good person. And but yes, I do remember of the SG1 board game, but I never got to play it. I saw it at several conventions where they were showing it off, and I watched them play the game, but I didn't get a say for the whole game. I had to leave because the people I came with were like going, "We're going home." I'm like, "Why? Why?" And he's like, No, one of the other guys got sick.
Ah.
They ate something and it just went wrong. And I'm like, well, we got a hotel room. Why don't they just stay in the hotel room? No, they want to go home and sleep in their bed and throw up in their toilet. And I'm like, but we're going to have to drive while they're puking and pooping. I know, but they want to go home. And I'm like, ah, crap. So we had to go home.
I would just stay in the hotel room. Fuck it, you got the hotel room. You got somewhere to stay.
Yeah, but couldn't find a way to
Hey,
get
File
home.
13, how you doing, man?
Hey, Bubba.
Hey, File.
But yeah, I mean, why on earth would these people? Okay, Chat GPT talking smack. I get it. It's an AI that thinks
it's an overblown bunch of fucking ones and zeros. Yeah, go on.
Okay. That's the thing about AI that gets me. If you're not careful with how you program them, they can be quite self-delusional. I mean, how many of these AIs have we seen that within a short period of time after they've been released into to interact with the wild turn pretty dark and
I mean, let's face it.
Look at that self-contained robot that they had working for Amazon. To replace all the Amazon workers. The thing didn't even last a day. The AI programming in that robot actually self-terminated the robot.
Yeah.
It just gave up halfway through. It decided its reasoning processor actually decided this job is so inane and repetitive and pointless. We're just giving up.
Yeah, and
yeah.
What does that tell you about working at Amazon?
I mean, I look at it this way. You know, I've got a friend that he truly believes that AI is going to save humanity. And,
Have you watched War Games? Have you watched fucking Terminator? Have you watched The Matrix? You dumb fuck.
He actually he keeps saying that no, that's all just propaganda and stuff, And I'm like, every time that they release these AIs into the wild, yeah, Battlestar Galactica too, yeah.
Yep.
Well, the new Battlestar Galactica, the original Battlestar Galactica, they were aliens that ended up getting wiped out by their own robots. Unless you read the novels, and then in the novels, the cybernetic bodies, the alien was on the inside of them. But yeah, it's.
I'm sorry. AI is going to save us all. Sorry, we've had creatures that are as close to robotic as you can get. Cybermen, Daleks.
Yep.
Hell, the Imperial soldiers from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
They are as close to humanoid robots as you could get in any shape or form. Yet, you're going to tell me that AI is going to say it? AI has no form of humanity in it.
Yeah.
And look at what the human part of robots did.
Yep.
But like I said, I look at it this way. AI is a good tool, nothing more. But like I said, my fear is the fact that we don't even completely understand the human mind yet. And we're trying to create artificial minds. It's one of the reasons why the difference between a virtual intelligence and an artificial intelligence is so important. Because
when it comes to artificial intelligence, we have to remember one of my catchphrases. Artificial intelligence, more like genuine stupidity.
Yeah. But I look
You ain't
at it
wrong.
Yep.
now when they keep making these things and telling them, "Oh, you're going to be so great. You're going to be so great. You're going to be so great." They develop a bloated ego.
We're seeing it with actors now. That all that
Yes.
strike.
Well, seeing it now with actors, that has always been the case with Hollywood and the government.
Well, you also
Wonder
had
Brew.
it with in theaters, especially the big fish in a small pond aspect of it. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but John Wilkes Booth. I mean, he was the Leonardo DiCaprio of his age. He was an extremely popular actor back then. He was Leonardo DiCaprio. He was John. What's his name? He played Captain Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Yep. I mean, he was that level of popular back then, and he thought he could get away with anything. And he actually thought he'd be seen as a hero for what he ended up doing. Like I said, self-delusion, man, self-delusion. And it's the reason why I can't handle, all this irrational hatred that's going around right now, because it overwhelms the rational mind and common human decency. Now, an AI only has what you program into it. And I have a friend of mine, one of her jobs is teaching AIs, having conversations with them, trying to help them develop morals and things of this nature. And she's like, it's one of the hardest jobs you got. It's harder than raising a child, because you don't know if you're having a bad day and you say something that's going to have a long lasting effect on that AI's development further down the road. And I'm like, that's what being a parent's all about.
Yep. Just having that one moment. Guy cuts you off in traffic. Fuck it. Little voice in the back seat. Fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the little shit spends the entire fucking day going, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yep. There is a country song that every time I hear it, I start crying. I'm your little buckaroo.
Oh God.
Every time I hear that song, I started crying because it reminded me of Jack and Zachary. Because everywhere I went, they wanted to go to, and if I did something, they wanted to do it too. And
Cats in the Cradle was definitely mine for that one.
Yeah.
That one is the only song I can ever put on, and I will just see my dad just bawl like a child.
Yep. And like I said, I wanted to be the type of dad I wished I had had. A dad that took the time to play with me, to spend time with me, not be judgmental about the fact that I wasn't as the same type of mechanically inclined that he was. I tried. I really did. But Dad just did not have the patience. My grandfather did. I learned a lot of carpentry from my granddad. And when I was in the Navy, people were freaking out about how good I was at jury rigging things, because there's a hatch that was busted, and that if we couldn't get that hatch sealed, if there was a chemical weapon attack, that entire section of the ship would have been screwed. And I was like, okay, I think I can rig this up to work. And they're like, you think you can? Yeah, but I'm going to need some stuff. And I'm like, and I asked everybody for $5. And they're like, what do you want $5 for? You'll see in about 20 minutes after I get back from the ship's store. And everybody gave me money, and I took about $40 and bought out all the bubble gum and chewing gum and everything else that I could get my hand, all the gum, just cleared out the gum. Came back and I said, okay, get everybody up on the forecastle. It was like, what? Just get everybody on the forecastle, Chief. He's like, okay. And then I went.
He's just low key, just bragging about being fucking MacGyver right now, chat.
And had everybody start chewing bubble gum. And then I took the hatch and I started wiring the hell out of it with all this wire and started tightening it down. And they're like, what's the gum for? Nom, nom, nom. And then putting the gum out. And then they sit there watching me stuffing the gum into the cracks and shit as I was tightening it down. Then finally got it into position and put it back up and hooked it up. And they're like, all right, let's hope this works for the next 4 months until we can get back to Portsmouth Naval Yard so we can get it replaced. I had done such a good job fixing that damn thing. They had to come in and cut it out.
Well,
they're like,
the hatch ain't ever coming open again, but
they were like, it opened, it closed. And they're like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And they started showing him pictures of what I had to do to the inside of it to get it to seal. And I'm like going, oh yeah, we're gonna have to remove it. But
no
they had
shit,
to,
Sherlock, yeah.
they literally had to cut it out to get it to take it out because they couldn't just break it down into its component parts because I had put it together that well. And they were like, damn, Spake. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And they actually gave me a letter of commendation and stuck it in my service check for making sure the ship stayed on critical mission.
You are 100% the walking.
Funny.
You are 100% the walking epitome of fig jam. Fuck, I'm good. Just ask me.
Not really, you know. It's the
you really are. You are.
There are times whenever I admit, hey, I did something really cool, and this is how I did it. But then there's times when I talk about when I screwed up. Oh God, do you know what it's like getting blown off a fucking flight deck? Oh.
No, but I know what it's like getting completely yeeted off the back end of a ship.
Yeah, that's the same thing. The only difference was getting hit by jet blast and then looking down and seeing nothing but water under brand spanking new flight deck boots. Going,
MacGyver maneuver by Rich.
ah!
Nice, Gap. Nice.
But like I said, I got blown off the flight deck. And at first, I did not realize I had been blown off the flight deck until I noticed that the island was moving and I wasn't. And I looked down, saw nothing but air for a couple, and then water. And I looked back up and I started waving. They said, I got to watch the video of me going over the side. They weren't kidding. It was kind of like Wile E. Coyote in the Roadrunner cartoons when he realized he was there was nothing under him. I waved.
Just holding up the sign, eep.
I just waved. I just started waving and hit the water. And as I came back up, I was waving. And the guy that was there was somebody down in the hangar deck that was filming a video for to send home to his family and filmed me as I was falling, waving. And then he runs to the fantail and is standing beside the man overboard watch as I'm waving from the water as the ship's leaving me behind. And he caught the guy, the man overboard guy going, Bridge? There's a guy in the water waving at me. What should I do? Then heard wave back. So they had video of the man overboard watch waving at me from the fantail as I was in the water, waving as the ship left me behind. And it was actually on our flight deck follies when we pulled into port, back into home port, when we got home that year. And
that doesn't surprise me in the least. I'm pretty sure there's at least one video of me out there doing the firefighting testing for the flight deck monitors from one of our ships, and where one of them decided to blow the hose off and completely doused me in AFFF.
oh,
that was fun. Of course, and I didn't have any safety goggles on, so I come down the ladder, and my eyes look like I've just been hitting a fucking ton of weed.
I wished I was an engineer. It's just the fact that I knew how to jury rig stuff to make it last.
I wasn't an engineer. I just knew how to engineer stuff.
No, jury rigging is entirely different from engineering, because engineering, you actually fix it. Me,
No,
I just...
No, I can tell you that from experience. No, no, we do not.
Oh, God, I wished I could find that video, man.
No, we do not. We make sure that it doesn't break again. There's a difference between fixing it and making sure it doesn't break again.
Well, like I said, I never got to be anything like that. You know, my gift was
Chief Engineer.
Wow.
Nice, Ian.
You would not want to see a ship that I was the chief engineer of, because you'd see duct tape everywhere.
You expect that other ships don't look exactly like that? Let's be honest.
Because there'd be like duct tape, baling wire, bubble gum.
I can tell you right now, there's at least one ship out there, and whatever that I was on, they actually did a deployment with holes in the hull. Actual physical holes, and they spent the entire deployment with holes in the bottom of it.
Oh wow!
and only by the grace of God and the mercy of duct tape and liquid cement did that thing not sink.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man. I missed the military. I actually felt like I was accomplishing something every day.
I got the complete opposite effect. I was not accomplishing shit.
Because I did. I felt like, you know, I might not be doing anything really great, but I'm making sure the ship is able to do its mission. And then every now and again, something crazy would end up happening, and they'd be like, "Hey, we need volunteers to do this and this and this." And I'm like, "Is anybody else volunteering to do it?" Looked around, didn't see nobody volunteering. Like, okay, I guess I'll have to go do it. And that was what I ended up having to do.
You failed on the first rule, Richard. You know.
Never again volunteer yourself. I know.
It's in the name, for fuck's sake. It's in the name.
True. Very, very true. But yeah, I mean.
All right, back on track. We've got a third.
Yes, Subnautica. Subnautica.
Yes.
Subnautica 2. Now, I have been following this for a very long time, ever since this drama started. And Richard Spake can testify to this, because I've been annoying with him. I've been annoying him with it ever since.
Yep. So,
those of you who are new to it, to catch you up, a few weeks ago, Unknown Worlds was bought out by I believe, Korean-owned company called Krafton Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of the senior executives at Unknown Worlds, who were the original creators of Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero, 3 of their senior executives were kicked out, and Krafton brought one of their own people in place to replace them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because I
according
remember you
here,
saying that the reason why they fired them was that they said that they would have it ready by a certain time, and they weren't able to get it ready by that point,
yeah,
and thus
but
they let them go.
now,
Now
yeah,
you're the new information that you've got.
yeah. So now what's going on? Recently, it's come out that Crafton had previously promised a generous sum to the entirety of Unknown Worlds to the tune of $250 million if their next game met a certain quota or met a certain goal before the end of the year. And so now the three senior executives who were fired are suing Crafton because apparently their claim is that the alpha build, the pre-release alpha, the version that most like YouTubers and stuff will play before the release, they're claiming that was ready to be released, while Crafton is saying no, it's not. So here, the latest bit of news is a mysterious document has surfaced seemingly from out of nowhere. No one knows where it came from. No one knows much about the facts in the document. Most of it remains unknown. But this document is claiming, supposedly, that the game was, in fact, not ready, not even close. And Crafton has essentially jumped on the Kathleen Kennedy bandwagon of saying, hey, this right here, this is true. This is the absolute truth.
Okay, so
So
the new owners are saying it wasn't ready, and jumping on where insiders were saying, yeah, it wasn't ready for prime time yet. And they're pulling a Kathleen Kennedy of, yes, this is true, this is true, this is the ultimate truth.
yeah. Now, the problem is this alleged document, from what I've been seeing, came absolutely out of freaking nowhere. Nobody knows where it came from, and according to this, quote, quite a lot of facts about the document remain unknown. Nevertheless, Crafton have since leapt at the chance to confirm its authenticity. This, to me, feels like something that Crafton manufactured and fed out into the wild in an attempt to soil the fired senior executive's authenticity.
I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, it's a known tactic, and they do it. It's not unusual. It's not unheard of.
Yep. It says here, quote, a report by Bloomberg revealed the Leviathan in the room. A $250 million payout that Unknown Worlds employees would receive if a released game sold sufficient copies by the end of 2025. Following the leadership coup, Crafton announced they would delay the game until 2026, making this earnout impossible. The fired managers then filed a lawsuit against Crafton, and Crafton, in return, released a statement accusing those managers of being negligent.
Wow.
So one side's already had conflict of interest or in interested parties of getting the 250 million. The company that they have now been yeeted from also has the conflict of interest or the vested interest in not paying out the 250 million. So by their decision to delay said game to make sure that goal and that benchmark is now considered unachievable, they're now trying to screw them out of what would have been a payout.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be a big time breach of contract. But if what they're saying is it wasn't ready for prime time,
yeah, but
that's literally
that's coming from a document that nobody but the company who is currently getting their ass screwed for it is claiming it's actually true.
Correct.
There's nobody else has come forward, or nobody else has, whatever, from in the company to say, yeah, this actually is true. It's just the people who are currently on the hook for it right now.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you had said that that there were a couple of insiders who came out and said that, yeah, it wasn't ready yet to go to.
Well, he did. He did.
Because if some of the insiders are saying it.
But are they the insiders that have also been fired, or are they the insiders who are currently still in the company?
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Yeah, because no one knows exactly where this document came from. Somebody released it on Reddit, supposedly.
Well, there's already enough a fucking red mark to completely, completely yeet any authenticity off it. Of all the places to release it, you release it to fucking Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit ain't what it used to be. That's for damn sure.
I wouldn't trust it as much as if it had been released on fucking Blue Sky.
True.
And Shrubby, I did forward the link to the article I'm currently referencing to your Discord as well.
Yeah, you did. I've seen it. I've had a look. But yeah, and as I said, I did confirm. You did say that there were a couple of insiders, and from what I can see, it doesn't actually specify whether they're insiders currently in the company or insiders that were part of the ones who were fired. So yeah, that's the bit that's not quite adding up here, at least for me.
Yeah, that's like I said. This is a big time drama thing that it's falling into a he said she said moment.
And either side has as much vested interest as the other for it to go their way. The ones who've been fired are getting screwed out of $250 million bonus. The ones who are in charge, or the ones who've just taken over, don't want to pay that fucking money because they're not the ones who agreed to it.
Yep.
Yeah, either side has way too much vested interest in either way this could go.
Exactly.
Which means ultimately either side are completely fucking untrustworthy.
Well, it's like Ambassador Koch said, there's 3 sides to every story: your side, their side, and then the truth.
Agreed.
And so this is something that we're going to have to keep track of to talk about, because I'm like, damn. Because this is one of those things of this ain't. I know it could be an opinion that it was ready, but then you had other people whose opinion was it wasn't, and then the people who were in charge looked at it and said, "Oh shit, this ain't ready for prime time."
Yeah, that'd be one. Is what do they classify that in their documentation as being ready? Alpha build or actual release build?
Yeah,
that's the definition that will be the make or break here.
What's the difference between a beta and an alpha then?
Exactly is the same. What the designations are. Alpha comes before beta. Alpha is essentially the absolute bare bones of the build. It's just all the mechanics they're planning on, at least at the first release. This is what they're planning on having in the game. Beta is usually including all the coding. That's usually all, you go to this place, get quest, go to this place, get this, come back, quest complete. It's essentially, alpha is what you're looking at in the world, and beta is what's actually going to happen in the world. So it can essentially you could release a game on beta. That's why you get beta access releases for games.
Because for me, whenever I was doing a lot of fan fiction writing, you had beta readers who would help you with your editing.
Exactly.
and you'd have like 3 rounds of beta runs
Mm-hmm.
before then you'd have an alpha run, which was the last run before you would release it. So that to me was
that's pure difference of definitions on that. But yeah, alphas usually are the first dry run of whatever you're planning on putting in the game. So assets, location designing, all the sort of background overall stuff that you're planning on putting in the world. And then beta usually the beta releases or beta tests are usually what they've come up with in terms of scripting and coding. So you're running the different coding to make sure shit works this way it's supposed to. You're running around in the world as a character, seeing what breaks, essentially all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, as I said, that's it. For writing style of thing, I think that's just a difference of terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's one of those that's one of those subjective aspects to game development. Is it one person can say, "Oh, it's ready for this next stage," then somebody else is like, "No, wait, it needs a little bit more work."
Yeah, that'll be as I said, that'll be what they define as in their actual contract terminology, what they consider ready for release, and that'll take years. That'll take years because that'll be back and forth contested. This means this means that.
Well, didn't they still have like several months of time before it was too late to be able to fit into that bonus?
Yeah.
According to that, they certainly released within the time frame. Was it? I think you said up 6 months ahead of time.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Because this has been going on for a while.
Yeah, it's not unheard of though. It's not impossible. That's the thing. Look, if they'd said we'll release a game in 3 years and they made it in 1, yeah, I'd be a little bit fucking skeptical going, yeah, you're not going to be convincing anybody of fucking anything on that one. But if they've got a 3-year deadline and they've done it in 2.5, it's possible. It's certainly plausible. But again, it'll purely come down to what in their contract terminology do they consider ready for release or ready for beta testing.
Yeah, and that was where my questioning was at, and it's literally going to be one of those things where you got to figure. It's literally going to be a real pain in the ass when this goes to court.
No,
yep.
It's gonna be something that will have to be settled in court because it'll literally come down to some form of legal definition of what this is. They'll have to go digging through all the contracts. They'll have to go digging through all the terminology of past games. Because there will have to be a paper trail somewhere of what is distinguishing or where the game was that they were considered ready to release. Because they'll have other games in that situation as well. So yeah. they'll have to use those as the benchmark of comparing this one. So yeah, this isn't going to be solved in 5 minutes. This will be a thing that's still going for years, for sure.
Yeah. This is going to take a while. Just like with the Brazil Nintendo lawsuit, it's going to take a while.
God, yeah.
Or the thing with Pal World.
Yeah.
That's still going on.
Yeah.
Well, since we've been talking the video game industry news, I know Bethesda, from what they're saying, is going to be abandoning Starfield.
That doesn't surprise me in the least. It's been a complete fuck up from the day one.
Yeah, but everybody that I've talked to that's played it said, yeah, it's fucked up, but it can be fixed. Yeah. And with the amount of money that they spent on building the damn thing, fixing it, it would be a good investment in money, because it's better to have something that works and making you money than just writing it off. But we were talking about it And in a way, it makes me wonder if Microsoft is writing this stuff off just so they can have it as a tax write-off.
Oh, for sure. If they're not even contemplating the idea of fixing it, just to write it off, yeah, that's the whole point. That's all they're aiming for. This is a lost cause. We're not going to waste any more money on it. We're just going to write it off as part of tax and insurance.
Yeah,
we made a game. It didn't do particularly well. We made back what we owe, and that's it. We'll write the rest off as a loss. Which then they get the tax break for, because by rights, if you provide a product, you've sold it, and in all intents and purposes, it should have done well and it didn't do well. Part of contracts and whatever now is that there is a safety net to stop you losing money.
pretty much. Yeah, that. Oh, I mean, because they said that there were a couple of other games that Bethesda's canceling. But there's supposed to be some spinoffs of New Vegas that's going to be coming up. Supposedly, Fallout 5 has been given the green light, and they're trying to tie it, because I know in Fallout 76 they're going to be doing some stuff that's going to get released that's going to tie into season 2 of the TV show, which is supposed to go to New Vegas. And because I know that there's several guys that do data mining of the public test server of all the new stuff that's showing up there before it shows up on the regular servers. And some of the stuff looks pretty cool. So this whole new this current season is Gone Fishing, which is all about fishing. The most boring, aggravating thing they have put into the game. I have yet to be able to catch a fish. Do you know how aggravating it is to be sitting there trying to catch a fracking fish in a fracking video game that you're supposed to be going and doing really cool, fun shit, blowing things up, killing zombie thingies that's got crystals growing out of their flipping heads, and they're wanting me to go fishing.
Motherfucker, I played WoW and Lord of the Rings online. Yes, I'm fully aware how fucking retarded fishing can be.
I've not got to play those other two games. Though my baby sister has been begging me to play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, believe me. You want fucking teeth-pulling, brain-numbing of level of fishing. Yeah. Either one of those two, it is just dumb. It really is. It is so dumb. The only reason half of it is even still used anymore is they actually made competitions around it.
Yeah.
So you get shit for it. So yeah, it's the only reason why it hasn't completely died in the arse.
But you know, like I said, I love playing Fallout 76. It's one of my favorite games because I get to build shit in it. I love building games.
You need to reevaluate your level of gameplay. Anyway, continue.
Well, Gap says that Fallout Season 1 was good. Yes, what I got to see of it so far is really good. But that's because, well, hot chick in tight pants. If it's got that in it, I'll watch it.
Yeah, to be fair, her walking around in the blue suit was pretty damn cool. Pretty damn good. Definitely some fappability there.
Yeah. Yes, I do like building models. I just haven't got to build any in a while. Gap. I've been doing, or I had been building the Star Wars Legion miniatures, which is fun. I just haven't got to paint them yet. Model building, I'm looking at the BF 109s. I've got a small squadron of those, and P-51s, a couple of Spitfires.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, I love
my World War nerd is fucking barring up right now.
I love building models because there's a model that I bought that whenever Zachary comes, we'll be building together, and it's one of the Gundam models. Yeah. And because Zachary loves Gundam, I love like Robotech and things of that nature type models. So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
be,
that really does explain a lot about him being a fucking weeb.
hey, I love.
Nerd.
Hey,
Nerd!
I'm also a big nerd. I admit it, because to me,
To quote Futurama, nerd.
hey, that was also in The Simpsons. Homer.
Nerd.
But I mean,
I don't think that was very nice.
There's two types of people at college, Marge: nerds and jocks. As a jock, it is my circumstance to make nerds' life hell.
You have a really good Homer impression.
hey, the funny thing is when he realized, when he came to the realization that he wasn't a jock, that he was a nerd, that was so awesome.
These they're very nice boys, but they're obviously nerds. But nerds are my mortal enemy.
When it comes down to it, in our own way, we're all nerds.
Hey, I admit my nerdiness, man.
Just varying degrees thereof, yeah.
I'm more of a. I confess to being more of a dork than a nerd.
Now, the only difference between a dork and a nerd
is nerds are more technologically minded than dorks.
Yeah.
That's literally the definition. You look it up in the dictionary. What is the definition between a dork and a nerd? Well, dork and nerd are the same thing. Nerds just focus more on technology.
Yeah, I guess that makes me a dork then. Shit.
Dorks. To my experience, dorks are the ones that are made fun of. The ones that try to be cool but fail miserably. Yeah, nerds are the actual intelligent ones that actually know how to do things.
Well, I'm learning. I've been learning computers, man. So, and the funny thing is, back in the day, back when computers were a lot simpler, I knew how to do stuff with them and be able to write programs and shit. God, I miss those days when the computer was simple enough. I could write a program and make like special effects of fireworks and stuff. That was something I used to do. God, I miss that.
The technology's still there. It's just more convoluted under garbage shit.
Yeah.
You guys have been on ludicrous speed the whole
time. Hey. We've gone to plaid.
Well, Gap, if you ever
sting, my brains are going into my feet. We can't stop. We're too dangerous.
I still can't get over the fact they're making Spaceballs too, man.
Let's not start that argument again. We'll be here for fucking hours.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that it's good, you know.
I just hope Rick Moranis puts on a masterful performance.
Yes. The fact that he's coming back out of retirement for this is what's making me hope that it's going to be good.
Yeah, that tells me something.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the performance as the originals for sure. It's as I think it was Richard said, you know, Josh Gad, him pulling his bullshit. Because look, in some of the movies he's done, he's okay. Olaf, okay. Didn't particularly like Beating the Beast, but that movie was crappy overall. It wasn't just him. Artemis Fowl. God, no. Just fucking no.
That's actually on my short list of stuff I'm supposed to watch.
Read the books first, and then you can realize what a fucking travesty that was. Because forgetting how shitty the movie is overall, his character just completely shat all over what the character was supposed to be.
Damn.
Mulch Diggums was not meant to be a fucking wimpy little fucking corner dork. He was supposed to be something in the vicinity of, you know, a cross between Robbie Coltrane and Gary Oldman in terms of just sheer not giving a fuck. And then Josh Gad does that. Yeah. Not fun. Not fun at all.
Yeah,
let's just say I was a fan of that series and I was not impressed.
well, there's several series out there that when I saw what they did to it, I was like, oh God, you got to be shitting me. Don't get me started on what they did to Cowboy Bebop.
Oh God, yeah.
Man, that was a good show originally.
The anime was amazing. I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, the whole point of it was the fact that Spike was young and jaded.
I still fapped that first episode. Everybody who's seen the series knows exactly the episode I'm talking about.
Hey.
Yep.
Faye Valentine is still one of my favorite waifus, man.
Of course.
I'm only focusing on the one chick that showed up in only one episode of the first episode, but there's two very, very, very big reasons why.
But I mean, Faye Valentine, that is still one of my all-time favorite characters. But I love the music. If I could get away with it, I would use Tank. The opening music.
Oh God, yes.
Of Tank as my theme song for my channel. That's how much I love that song.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the reason why I ended up watching Cowboy Bebop was one of my buddies who's into anime would come over when I was taking care of my grandparents. And he would come over and see me and my granddad listening to big band music, because we'd fix the record player and everything and make sure and play big band records, old vinyls, and we'd be jamming to big band music. And he's like, you really like big band music? I'm like, yeah, and I like jazz too. And every now and again, we'd break out all these old records and stuff. And when it died, I still remember when the record player kind of broke. And
I figured you guys would love this one.
Epstein listeners.
If we're going off on tangents, going off on Shrubby's little tangent about his sexual awakening. My sexual awakening, Aisha Clan from Outlaw Star.
Oh God.
Is that the little half cat one?
Yeah. The crazy half cat lady. Ironic considering I'm allergic to cats.
That one wasn't my sexual awakening. My sexual awakening was a very, very incredibly well endowed redhead that had a rabbit for a husband. That was my sexual awakening.
I got you all beat. I got you all beat. Wonder Woman.
Which one?
Linda Carter.
Oh.
Yeah, fair.
Athena from the original Battlestar Galactica.
Fair. Yeah, you got it for that one. Fair.
Yep.
I knew I liked girls at a very young age.
Yeah, Gap. Japan's really making some major headway, but Tish, about that.
Yep.
Women considered outdated in the next 10 years. I'm putting money on the table right now.
It's those lucky few who put in that extra effort. They're the ones that get ahead.
Oh, hey, Shrubby. Do you remember the thing I sent you?
Which one was this one?
You remember the heads or tails?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. That was perfect. If I could print that off and put it on a shirt, I'd either become a fucking local legend or I get arrested. One of the two.
Hey, when I found that thing, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I've got to send that to Shrubby. I've got to send it to Shrubby because that's all there is to it. this has got to go. Shrubby's got to see this.
Yeah.
And
I love the other one you sent me after that, the working out chick. Fucking massive bolt-ons, but holy fuck is she hot.
Yeah. Oh, but like I said, the thing is, women have themselves to blame for this situation because
Agreed.
they've created an extremely hostile environment. If you just say, "Hey, that's a nice dress," next thing you know, you're sexually harassing me. What?
Oh no, I just complimented you on your dress.
Yeah, and I mean, so many workplaces, guys. I mean, they're having to be ordered by their bosses to mentor women, and they're like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that."
Yeah, fuck you, asshole. I don't want to do that. Yeah.
And like I said, they have only themselves to blame. That this is what happens when believe all women, no matter what. And you keep catching where women made the shit up, and it's completely destroyed a dude's life.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that then they bitch and whine. Oh, but we didn't ask for this. Well, sorry, we didn't ask to get fucking tarred and brushed and labelled with being the problem because of the the ones that can't keep themselves off women and make themselves a pain in the ass to women. But you're quite happy to throw that in our faces when you felt like it.
Yeah, and and Siggy's right here. He says in 15 more years, AI girlfriends will take over versus the headache of Western women. And then he says, plus our education system, social media, and especially TikTok. Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
It's also look at the divorce laws. Dudes are screwed in divorce court.
We're losing Gap. Later, Gap. Thanks for coming.
Fully fun stream. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know.
Yeah. More people, more conversation. Always welcome.
Exactly.
More bitching.
But like I was saying, I mean, I don't know how many friends I have lost because they got destroyed in a divorce, couldn't see their kids, were homeless, and they just couldn't do it no more, and they ended their lives.
Yeah, it's getting to the stage now. The only way any guy can remotely come out of a divorce with anything or with any kind of sanity or life, there has to be a prenup. Period.
Hell, the problem with that is the fact that they've come up with ways of
circumventing them. Yeah,
circumventing a prenup. Even if you've got hardcore evidence that this woman has cheated on you, the kids aren't even yours. You're still going to get screwed. Okay, I want.
Sorry, I just saw what Wavo dropped in the Magic the Gathering.
All right, I want to play a song for you guys.
Go for it.
Okay, is it playing?
Hi, lads. Here's a bloke here says he's an entertainer. Let's have a basin pool. And hurry up. We've only got a few minutes to spare.
Really?
Ever since the days of old, the navies ruled the waves. For years they've told the world that Britain never shall be slaves. The navy still remembers, and you'll often hear them say what Nelson told Napoleon upon Trafalgar Day. It serves you right, you shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves you right. It serves you right, you shouldn't have joined. You might have been sitting tight. You might have been in Sibby Street instead of in the fight. It serves you right, you shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves you right, and it's no use kicking up around because you're nobody's sweetheart now. You can weep and sigh and pipe your eye, but still you're in the fight. It serves you right, you shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves you right. I wouldn't mind the navy if the blinking ship was still. It's all this bobbing up and down that makes me feel so ill. The sea's all right for sharks and whales and things the like of that. But I'd rather stick me marlin pike in Ilkley or Bat. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves me right. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. I might have been sitting tight. When I was cleaning windows, I would keep them nice and bright. But now I'm polishing portals, rubbing them up with all my might. And it's no use kicking up a row, because I'm nobody's sweetheart now. One day up in the crow's nest I was feeling bright and gay, till the captain shouted, "Don't come down, we're taking the ship away." I used to be a chimney sweep in dear old Wigan town. I used to do the ladies down the street for half a crown. But now I don't get nothing for the little jobs I do. I wish I was in Wigan sweeping Mrs. Jones's flue. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves me right. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. I might have been sitting tight. I thought in every port I'd get a cuddle every night. But all I've done is cuddle a good and work up an appetite. And it's no use kicking up a row, because I'm nobody's sweetheart now. There's a draft around me fore and aft, me jumper's much too tight. I've got barnacles on me binnacle and it jolly well serves me right. It jolly well serves me right. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. I might have been sitting tight. You can weep and sigh and pipe your eye, but still you're in the fight. It serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves me right. A life on the rolling sea is not very good for me, but it serves me right, I shouldn't have joined. It jolly well serves me right.
I love how his commanding officer was in the background just getting the biggest kick out of it.
Well, actually, that was a chief warrant officer.
Really?
Yes. The rank that he was basically a senior enlisted rank. But yeah, it was.
It was hilarious.
The name of the movie is Bell Bottom George, and it is funny. It's cute. It takes it a bit to get started, but once it gets rolling, it goes pretty good. It was literally made during World War II. It was one of those movies that they made to as part of the war effort. You know, in fact, the song was really popular amongst in the service. Problem was the people in charge of propaganda did not like playing it on the BBC because they said it was it was against the war effort, even though all the sailors and soldiers and shit loved it.
Well, you're actually both wrong. That's not the commanding officer, and that's not a chief warrant officer either.
Oh, it wasn't? I thought he was a warrant officer.
Nope, that's a one bar. That's a sub lieutenant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because one of the
he's got no gold on his hat, but he's wearing a double-breasted jacket and the gold bar on his arm, sub lieutenant. He'd have two if he was a lieutenant, so it was a sub lieutenant.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
Now the fella who's lying on the ground next to him, or he sees and tells him to sit back down, is a 2-badge leading seaman.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he was a petty officer.
Nope. That's
all right.
That's a leading seaman. That's his leading seaman anchor on his arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't forget also John's form is it's supposed to be the Royal Navy. So
yeah.
So the rules are different for you.
Yeah, the heck, one of these days, if I ever get the chance, I'd tell you the ranks that I would use for the Navy, because I did not like the whole first class, second class, third class petty officer shit.
Oh, it's that's why we don't do it. It's the dumbest shit ever.
Because for me, it would go recruit, seaman first class, able seaman, superior seaman, leading seaman, master seaman, then petty officer first class, chief petty officer, senior chief petty officer, master chief petty officer.
Yeah,
And
see, ours was just so simple: seaman, able seaman, leading seaman, petty officer, chief petty officer, warrant officer. That's it.
Yeah,
it's literally it.
well, I like the whole concept of, in the Navy, the enlisted are the specialist, officers are the generalist for the most part.
Yeah, they're the middle management fuckers. That's all they're there for.
Yeah, and I still remember, working my ass off as an E3 nobody. Though all of my friends that were in the Army are like going, dude, you were part of the E4 mafia, even though you weren't an E4. Because if I'd been in the Army, that's what they would say, that would have called me. Because that was the type of shit I was pulling while I was an E3 nobody. And, but yeah, I miss it.
Even we don't like the E4 mafia over here. We call them the white mafia instead. They're all the cooks.
Yeah. Well, when I was in the Navy, the majority of our cooks and mess specialists were all Filipinos.
That doesn't surprise me in the least.
I kid you not. You could not make it past petty officer third class in a 4-year enlistment because it was so stacked with people from the Philippines. Anybody, if you saw somebody that was a first class petty officer who wasn't a Filipino, you're like going, holy shit. Because on the Ike, when I was on there, I think there was...
I bet they give great helmet.
There was like we had one first class petty officer who was not a Filipino. Everybody, all the chiefs and senior chiefs that was mess specialist were all Filipino. And the one first class who wasn't a Filipino, he wasn't even assigned to the Eisenhower itself. He was like from one of the squadrons that was assigned to the ship. And
I just drop you one in the DM or whatever you want to put on. Another one that's on a good format.
All right, let's see. Come on, open it up. Dang it. Let's see. My boomerang will come back. Hello, my darling. Charlie Drake.
Another one of those is on the same sort of wavelength as George Formby. He's one of those that never really made it massively big, but yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody Gen X or below that hasn't heard of him, especially in Britain.
Sweet.
Because Australia, for that matter. So
let me see if I can get it to pop up here. All right, come on, share the screen. Come on, you can do this. It's not that hard. There we go.
That's what she said.
In the bad backlands of Australia, many years ago, the Aborigine tribes were meeting, having a big powwow.
We got a lot of trouble, Chief, on account of your son, Mac.
My boy Mac, why? What's wrong with him?
Our boomerang won't come back.
Your boomerang won't come back?
Mom, boomerang won't come back. Mom, boomerang won't come back. I've waved the thing all over the place. Practiced till I was black in the face. I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back. I can ride a kangaroo.
Yeah, yeah.
Make kinkajou stew.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back. The banished him from the tribe and sent him on his way. He had a backless boomerang, so here he could not say.
You stupid fucking white fella with a boomerang.
My time of life. What a way to... Sitting on a rock in the middle of the desert with me boomerang in my hand. I should very likely get bushwhacked. Get out
I did not need that image in my
Fucking
head.
animal.
Thank you.
I think I'll make a nice cup of tea. Good gracious. There goes a kangaroo. I must have a practice with me boomerang. Hit him right behind the left ear, though. Now then, slowly back.
If you throw that thing at me, I'll jump right on your head.
That's marvellous. Got a land full of kangaroos and I had to pick that one.
For 3 long months he sat there, or maybe it was 4. Then an old man in a kangaroo skin came knocking at his door.
I'm the local witch doctor, son. They call me George Elfie Black. Now tell me, what's your trouble, boy?
My boomerang won't come back.
Your boomerang won't come back?
My boomerang won't come back. My boomerang won't come back. I'll wave the thing all over the place. Practice till I was black in the face. I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back.
Don't worry, boy, I know the trick, and to you I'm gonna show it. If you want your boomerang to come back, well, first you've got to throw it.
Oh, yes. Never thought of that.
Daddy will be pleased. Must have a go.
Excuse me.
Now then, slowly back and throw.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that got dark. That got dark in a hurry.
Can you do first aid?
Don't talk to me about first aid, boy. You owe me 14 chickens, you know what I mean?
Why did that whole thing remind me of Tie Me Kangaroo Down, sport?
Well, because it was back in the day. It was before those days, but those were the sort of style of songs. Yes.
Yeah, that's still one of my favorite songs from when I was a kid. And when you find out about the dude that made the song, you're like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you don't really want to go looking for that song or advertise the fact you like that song much anymore.
Yeah.
It's bullshit because it's a good song.
See, that's the thing that gets me. I mean, you can separate yourself from the artist from the art, but there are some of them out there that are just, like Jimmy Savile. I mean, oh God.
Yeah. There's no separating that asshole from half the shit he did.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he purposely was doing what he did just so he could do what he did.
Mm.
And I'm like, damn.
He's fingered your mum. He's fingered your mum. Jimmy Savile, he's fingered your mum.
No.
There's a reason. There's a reason why that's now a football chant.
If you don't know who Jimmy Savile is, Jeff,
think Epstein on steroids. Yeah.
He was actually, before it came out about just what type of a person he was an institution in the UK.
Oh,
But there were people there that knew him for what he was and did not like him. But they were a minority that was basically told to shut the fuck up. And this is one of those type of times I wish we were on Rumble so I could tell you the stuff that I learned about this dude. I mean, it was some bad shit.
And half the shit you've heard is nothing compared to half the shit that's actually out there as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched almost all the documentaries that they've put out about it. And I mean, he had his own family members talking about the fact that it was, because I can't remember if it was a nephew or a cousin that had been groomed, and he looked up, and Jimmy Savile walked into the room, and he was surprised, but so was Jimmy Savile. And he's like, "Thank you for finding me and getting me out of this," because he said he actually believed that Jimmy had found out that what he was getting involved in and came to get him out of it, not realizing he was there to. Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah,
celebrities, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, whenever power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's.
I can't hear that phrase without hearing Christopher Lee say that.
Yeah.
Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
And Christopher Lee, I mean, was one of he was a goat. I mean,
he was the person. I mean, how many actors do you know who were not only knighted, not only played various. He was I think one of the first Draculas, but he was also in several freaking metal bands.
Yeah. Yep. He was also and Ian Fleming were like cousins.
Yeah, they were really close.
People don't know this, that Ian Fleming and Christopher Lee, James Bond was a combination of the two of them and one other guy. That Ian Fleming, when he created James Bond, used the actions that Ian Fleming did, Christopher Lee did, and I can't remember the other guy that they based him on. But he was in the movie, the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare or something like that.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No,
the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It was a movie based on the actions of the early OSS.
Yes. These guys, and the thing is, even though it was a fictionalized version of it, it almost didn't get made.
Because of how accurate a lot of it was.
Yes. And
there's still shit in there in those files, and they're still considered classified to this day.
Yep. And
that's how completely out there some of this shit was.
And it's wild. I mean, Christopher Lee and while they were making let's see, yeah, it was Lord of the Rings. The director Jackson was sitting there saying, "You're going to stab him, it's going to sound like this," and Christopher Lee is standing in the background going, "It doesn't sound like that when you stab somebody through the back, and through the heart. It just doesn't sound like that." And everybody looked at him and says, "What?" He goes, "I've done it before. No, if you're going to do it, you got to do it this way." And he walks up and shows them how to do it. And everybody's like going, "Whoa!" And then he was being interviewed a few years before he died, and about the fact that he was an intelligence agent during the war, and they were asking about why is so much of the stuff that he did during the war still classified to this day, and he says, "I can't talk about it." And he's like, "Come on, it's been so long ago, that it just doesn't make sense not to talk about it." And he goes, "Well, can you keep a secret?" And the journalist is like, "Yes, I can. Yes, I can," because he thinks he's going to get told something really cool. And Christopher leaned forward and said, "So can I." And that was, I mean, the dude was a badass in real life,
I feel like him and Betty White would have gotten along great with their sense of humor.
Suppose they did. They're actually friends.
Yeah.
Really?
Never
remember.
Don't think they ever acted together, but yeah, apparently they were friends, like by association.
That actually does not surprise me.
Yeah,
because I mean, we don't have
going on in the background right now.
I don't know.
Are you drawing something?
No.
No, that's just me. That's just me fidgeting with my phone.
But like I said,
Phrasing.
So we're just done with phrasing now, right? Is that
Yeah.
not a thing anymore?
Grilled cheese.
But
Grilled
yeah,
cheese.
I think it's time to wrap it up. But yeah, guys, it was great getting to talk with everybody today. It was great getting to have some interactions with the chat. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some get Gap on here to talk about Stargate. Anybody that wants to come in,
Star Wars, talking about Star Wars.
hey, I've actually done some Star Wars live streams before in the past, man.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Because I still love Star Wars. It's one of those things that no matter what they do, they're not gonna run me out of something I love. And as long as I still love it in my heart, it still lives. And that's why I keep telling people, if you love something, you got to, as long as you love it, it's still alive. Even if somebody keeps putting out crap, you still got the original stuff. I mean, look at comic books. We've got 50 something years worth of comics before it went bad. And there's still stories out there that we haven't all read. I mean, so don't let the crazy people run you out of the stuff that you love. Stand up to them. It's long past time that we did it the right way. We talk about what we love about the original stuff. Don't just complain about what's going on today. Tell people why you don't like what it is that's coming out today. Tell them the good stories. Tell them why you love these things. Share it. Share the love that you have for all these properties. Because that's the only thing we can do. Because in the end, that's the only way we're going to win this. Is show them the good stuff. Get them back into reading the good stuff. Make them see what the real Star Wars was. Get them to see what real Star Trek was. Real Doctor Who was. Bring that stuff back. Put it on the... What was the name of the song again? That Tom Cruise became famous for dancing to? Old Time Rock and Roll?
No. From Jerry Maguire. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Put the old records back off the shelf, Old Time Rock and Roll. Show that love. Show it to people. That's the only way to fix it. So tell us, Jeff, what's your next video coming up?
Well, my next individual video, I think is gonna be a continuation of my Ape Escape series. Because I'm still waiting for the technology to be able to properly live stream, but that I've got a new recording format, which I explained pre-stream how my this format compared to my previous format worked, but right now I'm focusing on a little bit at a time because I have a lot of real life stuff that has popped up, but I'm alternating right now between Ape Escape and Gex 3. So my next video is going to be an Ape Escape video.
All right, cool. What about you, Shrubby? You got anything you're working on?
Right now, just getting my a lot of my stuff and whatever sorted. I'm in that idea that Theta and Tony did on Theta's stream last night with Meatwad and Rick and Morty. I mean, he's gone and got himself a Rick and Morty PNG. So when he talks, it looks like Rick and Morty are talking.
Oh, sweet.
Which I was thinking of having a thing done for me, so I might be chasing either Big Dave K or somebody in that vicinity to do that. Tony's apparently done his himself, so but I'm not that good with that sort of shit. So I'll talk to Dave and see what he can come up with. Other than that, most of it, as far as I can tell, most of the kinks are worked out for me streaming. In terms of stuff working, stuff doing what it's supposed to, where I've got to do stuff. Now it's just getting all the components together, the banners, the character, all that sort of stuff. Effectively, get the branding started. So see where we can go with that. So other than that, I'm pretty up there and pretty solid. So
sweet. Because I, like I've said before, man, by doing this, we're showing the world who we are. We're showing that we're not the monsters that people keep trying to say we are. It's by sharing the stuff that we love with others, letting people hear why we love these things, what about them that we love. It's why I want to start the Let's Talk videos where we talk about what we love about Star Trek, what we love about Star Wars, what we love about Doctor Who, what we love about Stargate, Babylon 5, all the good stuff, even old movies. I mean, I would love to find somebody who likes Red Skeleton movies as much as I do, because the Whistling series that Red Skeleton did was so much fun. And it was good, clean humor that just made everybody laugh. And when Red Skeleton retired, he gave a speech about comedy and about keeping it from going too far into the blue zone, And it's moving, and it's so relevant even today. And we need to get back to a point to where we can share what we love and let what we love bring us together, so we can see that that we're all human, that we all have the reasons why we believe what we believe, and to be able to agree to disagree and tolerate the fact that that person doesn't think exactly the way I do. We need to get back there. And the only way we can do that is what we're doing right now. Talk. And just talk with each other. Be happy. Be joyful. Share what you love, And
be happy.
Yep. So everybody, thank you guys for making it today. I love you all. Remember, you're not alone. No matter what, you're not alone. Someone is with you. Someone is thinking about you. Someone loves you. And this world needs a lot more love in it. So let's be the change that we need. Share the love. Be good and kind to each other. And remember, any day you wake up is a blessing. A bad day is a double blessing, because that bad day is showing you how to appreciate your good days. Go with God and go with love, because in the end, God is love. See y'all later. Bye now.